And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I have a load. Now the trailer looks a bit weird. You see that? Fontaine, right? But something is definitely wrong here, right? This is not my trailer. My trailer is a drop side rail design. But I'll tell you what happened. What happened was that there was no loads, and the only load that paid decent was this one, like a big crate. But the guy, I was there a couple of times with my drop side rail design trailer, and then they said no, don't come back with that kind of trailer. And so dispatch says, if you want, bobtail to our yard and hook up to this trailer, company trailer, and do this load. So of course I'm getting less money, because my percentage is higher when I'm using my own trailer, but better than nothing, you know. So pays okay. So I'm going south into US, and now I'm just close to the border and loading these things. Now, because they're so tall, so it's 11 feet 6 inches tall, 10 feet wide, so oversized. I got flags, signs, right? And it's 19 feet long. And actually you can do it easily on a drop side rail design. All you do is just you put blocks in here in each corner, and that's what we did. But they decide, you know, it's up to the shipper. The shipper says not safe, they don't like it. Okay. And so loading this took maybe 10 minutes, no, 5 minutes. The guy just picked it up. It's very light, dropped it on the trailer. I corrected it. Okay, good. And then I dropped my tarps, so I had to bring my tarps and my my straps. So I brought, you know, I had to load, since I dropped my trailer in my yard, right? I left my trailer in the yard, so I brought these straps and 6 chains and binders just in case I got a heavy load on the way back. And so I brought the tarps, right? And the guy just lifted them with the forks. And so loading took 5 minutes. Loading tops on top of this thing took 10 minutes. Why? Because one of the tops fell off. And we are inside this temporary building, you know, like with an aluminum frame, and then they have vinyl on the top, you know, one of those that farmers like. And as an echo inside, right? And that top, one of these babies, 24 by 24, when it was folded, drops down. And it was like an explosion, like a bomb went off, right? And so the guy drops his forks again. I move that 130-pound tarp on top of one fork. He starts lifting, it slides. He puts it down, I balance it. Okay, good. So he lifts it, and the tarp, when he drops it, the top stands. Like it doesn't want to fall, it was standing. And it was grabbing the fork. I see that his tires are spinning. The fork cannot get out from under the tarp. That's how heavy these tarps are. So I had to push the guy, and finally we made it out from under the tarp. And so then we, they had the scissor lift, right? Harnesses, all this shit. So climbing to the top, and I spread them. And all they care is, you know, since I don't have 50 by 50 tarp, they wanted to cover this side, like the front and the passenger side, right? And so you have to play with the tarps. And then I did some very creative bungee cord tie downs over here. See, that's not good. When a hook touches the strap like that, it can make a hole. But at this point I don't care about these tarps. I hate them. If you remember, I got these very cheaply. These 2 tarps, I bought them in at a Top Stop in Ohio in 2014. Yeah, 2014. Yeah, it was like October 2014. So 15, 16. Yeah, they're like 2 years old, but still works, you know, when you need them. And then I just use it like an envelope, right? So make sure I put a bungee cord on this side, like close to the front there, right? So that, and then I just fold this side this way, like an envelope, right? Or like kind of like what you do with a baby. And that's the worst thing that can happen, is it can start going up in there. But it's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. I got bungee cords everywhere. You can never have enough bungee cords, that's for sure. And this trailer actually is a very interesting trailer. It looks like it's a modular trailer, because look, this part is here, you see? You can disconnect this. Very nice, very useful trailers. And this does not look like a regular 35 ton, because I see the frame is pretty big. It's pretty tall. I guess they just swapped the deck to this one, you see? And it has they gave me the extra axle. It's also a company's axle. They said in case you get a load on the way back, like that requires the axle. And I said, can I maybe flip it up? And they were saying something about potential damage to the axle, so they just decided to put it down like this. Yeah, beautiful. I'm getting better and better. Trucking since what? 2005. Look at this. It's a piece of art. Looks like some kind of a message, you know, to aliens. And I had to climb, in case you're wondering how did I get up that high, I had to use a ladder, like a portable ladder. Right? Oh, and one thing is, one trick you can do, right? I showed this before, right? Well, one trick you gotta do when it's almost 12 feet tall, 12 by 10 by 12. How much is that? That's like 34 feet. So unless you have a 40-foot long straps, you're gonna get creative. And what Uncle Sergei does is this. See, it's hooked up to the D-ring. Everything is kosher, right? The trick is, and what makes it more fun, you cannot attach it before. So first you have to just leave this like this, hanging in the air, and then you go to the opposite side and you just tighten slightly the ratchet over here, because you need the weight of the ratchet to pull down. And it's not gonna fall, but if you try to put the chain first, it'll just it'll take the whole strap to the other side. You know, ask me how I know, because it happened to me. And so, you know, but when you do these a few times, like now it took me, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to do this, because I already know how to, you know, you just throw them like I did in, well, like I showed in one video, when you do a big loop and then you just throw them. And number one was like immediate, number two was perfect, number three took me 3 tries. I guess it was getting tight or something, but so yeah, loading so was 5 minutes, topping, lifting tops took 10 minutes, and then the rest 2 hours it was securing the top with the bungee cords, and then 20 minutes the straps and chains, and then maybe another 15 minutes for flags and signs. But I was there like 3 hours. I came at what, like 11, and I left at 2:30 or 3. And now it's getting dark and the bridge is under construction. I cannot cross the border till tomorrow. And next to me, well, I parked actually over here, is next to me is an interesting truck. So it's see, just like mine, 4-axle truck, but something tells me that this is a tri-drive truck, you know, because that fender is very close. I don't want to come too close to the guy, you know, in case the guy starts asking questions. And look at the slider. I love that. The slider is very long. Like you see, the front of his slider is where his front axle is. Check out on mine. On mine, the slider ends where the pusher is. On his truck, it's over here. And that's what I'm changing on my next truck. This thing is gonna be 68 inches. This one, you need that. And you see, so it has a Trail King. Oh, that's what it is. Wait a second. It's not tri-drive. It's a regular 3-axle truck, but he has. That's what they use in Quebec. Oh, cool. So now, guys, I doubt many people saw this. So basically, it's like a flip axle, kind of like what I have in the back of my trailer. Only this flip axle connects to the frame of the truck. You know, it's a tag axle. You see, it has pins in there. There's 4 pins, just exactly like a flip axle. That's what they use for some reason in Quebec. A lot of trucks are like this. And then this guy has just a flat deck trailer. And see, this is probably pretty heavy, and it's extendable. So he opened it up. Some kind of a big cylinder. Extendable. And that's why these trailers are very heavy, because they have a second frame underneath. Yeah, so it's a 35-ton trailer, I'm guessing, because you see he has a flip axle, just like me. So usually trailers with flip axles, they're not that strong. I mean, when the flip is axle 3. And the guy has a bunch of chains. You know, this is a serious load, you know. But unfortunately, this is too long for me, like for my trailer, the one I left at home. So for now, I'm doing this. You know. And my delivery is Monday, and today's Friday, so I can drive Saturday. And I gotta stop. So Sunday is gonna be day off, because I cannot drive in Virginia. Virginia does not allow driving for oversized loads on Sundays. And so yeah, this thing, it just has a Honda. There's no connectors for my hoses because I have a PTO, right? That's definitely, I love this so much better than the Honda I had on my Kaufman, right? And what I have here. Like, this is so much easier. But see, that's my tank, right? With the oil. These are the hoses. And you see, some guys were saying about covers. Yeah, I know what they're talking about because I have them. I have them on my hoses, and also the connectors on the trailer, the one I dropped at home, they have the same stuff. See, like these. So dirt can still get in there, but see, like it can still get here. And so this nut can stop moving like this, because it has to go like this, right? But it's still helpful, you know. But if this was me, well, it is me, but maybe I should just put a shopping bag around here, you know. That's what I prefer to do. Just put a shopping bag and it'll keep it under its own weight. But oh, and speaking, just I was thinking what else to say. Just wanted to give you guys an update on the truck. So nothing is happening. Yeah, by the way, this guy is a Kenworth T800. Red. Interesting. Except his tires are, the front axle is not as big as I want. That's pretty much the truck I spec'd at the Kenworth dealer. But we cannot do anything because my truck is still here. Well, hopefully now things are picking up. So I think maybe now somebody will get interested. The price now is 98,000 US or 128,000 Canadian. Delivery anywhere in US and Canada for free except Cleveland, Ohio. And once I sell this one, then I can order a new truck. And the glider guy emailed me yesterday. What did you decide? I said, well, I like gliders as much as the next guy because of the no emissions factor, but I said, once I sell the truck, I cannot sit on my butt for 4 months because his build time is 120 days. I don't know why it takes so long. Kenworth, once again, 45 days. Peterbilt is 60, and Western Star is 60. So Kenworth is the fastest, you know. And all of them require $5,000 Canadian deposit to start building the truck. So we'll see what happens. I'm just hoping that the spring there'll be more work and more people will be interested in getting a new truck. And hopefully I'll be able to unload this one and get a bigger and better truck. So if you guys and gals know anyone who's looking for a perfect budget, like startup heavy haul truck, let me know. Because nothing wrong with the truck up to, like, what did I do? 87,000 pounds I was pulling, right? Just that, yeah, you know, for what I want to do now, since I have a 4-axle trailer, I want to get into maybe 95,000 pounds. You just need a slightly bigger engine. But besides some minor nuisances like some noises in the cab, but all trucks have them. Most of the trucks. Like this thing makes some noise, likes to make noise when you're driving. But other than that, you know, I don't know. New truck like this in Canada is now $205,000. 205, brand new, exactly like this, with the same engine, same transmission, but then plus $3,000 Canadian for the minimize the fenders, 4,500 Canadian for the PTO, and I paid $5,000 to change the ratio from 3.9 to 3.91 to 410. So it's a lot of money. And a lot of money you can save when you go with a slightly used truck. We're gonna finish this by this little trick they taught me. You know, you don't have to start the engine. You can just push on this and hold it, and then your screen comes to life and you can see the mileage in kilometers. 222,944. 222,944 kilometers. So that's all I did since October 2014. That's roughly 138,000 miles. You know, I don't do that many miles, so low mileage truck, 2015. Should be good for something. Oh, and there's another guy over there. You see, the same guy like here with this big cylinder. Oh, and he has a flip box, I forgot to mention. You see, I want to get that too. He has like an extender on the front of his trailer. It hooks up with the 2 pins. You see, it makes it longer so he can swing it. He can bring it closer to the truck. But that tag axle is really nifty. And look at the fenders. They have some homemade fenders over there. You know, very nice. Yeah, and there's another guy over here from the same company. See the same extendable trailer with 3-axle with the last axle is flip. But you see, like the truck, all axles are down, so probably it is heavy. But cannot be more than 70,000 pounds because it's these extendable, they cannot do lots of weight. You know, once you make it longer, the longer it is, the less weight you can carry. And I'm gonna leave you with the image on the bridge there, coming to the frame. You see 3 white trucks, brand new. The guys just want to see what make is that. Mack. You see that? 3 white trucks, 3 Macks. heading from the factory to the dealer. And these are made in Pennsylvania. Right? And the truck stop is getting busy, but not too bad because today's Friday. But during the week, at the end of the day, like there's trucks all over here, you know, there's trucks over there, and then the people just park in the middle here, and it's very difficult to get out. All right, so that was my update from Fort Erie, Ontario. Good news, bad news, Uncle Sergei is moving with a load. Bad news, I'm using a company trailer because my trailer was no good for this particular shipment. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend, boys and girls. Be good.